Applied Mathematics, Chapter 6, Sequence and Series. Sequence. A sequence is the arrangement of number which follows a certain rule or mathematical pattern. For example, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. If you observe the pattern, we see that in each term, next term, the 3 is added, we get the next term. 1, we add 3, we get the next term. In 4, we add 3, we get the next term, and such pattern is being used. Another example, 2, 4, 8, 10, and so on. Series, addition of terms of sequence, which has A1 plus A2 plus A3 and so on AN, is called the series. For example, this is the sequence as each digit is separated by commas. But in series, we add each term, 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 13. Similarly, here also each term is separated by commas, and here we add, in series we add each term of the sequence, 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 10 and so on. Sequence could be finite or infinite. For finite sequence, as here we stop, we don't have another next term here over here. So this is the finite sequence. But in this case, it is an infinite. As infinite sequence, the 3 dots is represent that the sequence is infinite. Similarly, in the case of series also, here it is stopped over here, the series is stopped. So it is a finite series, and here 3 dots express that it is an infinite series. Further, write the first 4 terms of the sequence as the pattern is given, and the term is given to you an plus 2n square plus 3. An is equal to 2n square plus 3. First we find the first term. First term, in A we substitute 1 to get our first term. 1 square is 1, 1 into 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. Second term, 2 square is 4, 4 plus 2, 4 into 2, 8, 8 plus 3, 11. Third term, 2, 3 square plus 3, that means 9 plus 2, 9 into 2, 18, 18 plus 3, 21. And the fourth term, similarly, 4 4 is 16, 16 into 2, 32, 32 plus 3, 35. So my required series is, my required first 4 term, my required 4 term of the sequence is 5, 11, 21 and 35. Another sequence is given us, another term of the sequence is given to us, an is equal to 4n plus 1. So again, a1 will be, instead of n we put 1, 4 into 1 plus 1, 5. A2 is 4 2s are 8 plus 1, 9. A3, third term will be 4 3s are 12 plus 1, 13. And the fourth term is 4 for the 16 plus 1, 17. So my required sequence is 5, 9, 13 and 17. Find the next term of the sequence. 2, 8, 32, 128. We have to observe the sequence very carefully and find out the pattern it is being used. 2 and 8. 2 4s are 8, 8 4s are 32, 32 4s are 128, and 128 into 4 is, we calculate 128 into 4 is 515. So our next term is 515. Again, 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4, 4 by 5. Here we can say numerator is increasing as well as the denominator is increasing by 1. So 4 by 5, so the next term will be 5 by 6. Find the indicate term in the term is given to you. An is equal to 4n minus 3. We have to find the 17th term. That means wherever there is n, I will put 17. So A17 is equal to 4 into 17 minus 3. 4 into 17 minus 3. That means 68 minus 3 is equal to 65. So A17th term is 65. Similarly, to calculate A20th term, so I substitute wherever there is n, I put 20. 2 into 20 minus 3 upon 6, that means 40 minus 3, 37 by 6. So 20th term is 37 by 6. Fibonacci sequence. Each term is a sum of previous two terms starting with 1 and 1. Fibonacci sequence is given by recursive relation. A1, first term is 1. A2, second term is also 1. And the nth term is given as an is equal to an minus 1 plus an minus 2 for all n greater than equal to 3. Write the first four terms of the sequence and write their corresponding series. In this particular case, as first term is already given to us as 1, n is greater than equal to 2. We take n as 2 to calculate the second term. A2 minus 1 upon 2, which is equal to A1 upon 2. And the first term is 1, so I will write 1 by 2. A3, third term is equal to A3 minus 1 upon 3. A3 minus 1, A2 upon 3. Second term is half, so half into 1 by 3, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. Fourth term is A4 minus 1 by 4, which is equal to A3 by 4. And the third term is 1 by 6, so I have 1 by 6 into 1 by 4, which is equal to 1 by 24. So the first four terms in the sequence will be 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 6 and 1 by 24. This is the sequence, and their corresponding series will be the sum of this sequence 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 24. Sum of terms means addition of the terms of sequence. If Sn is the sum of n terms of the sequence, then S1 is given as, S1 is the first term A1, S2 is the sum of two terms A1 plus A2, S3 is the sum of three terms A1 plus A2 plus A3, and S4 is the sum of four terms A1 plus A2 plus A3 and A4. In general, I can say Sn is the sum of n terms A1 plus A2 and so on An. Now the difference of second term, sum of S2 minus S1. Difference of sum of two terms minus the first term. You can see if you subtract A2 minus A1 plus A2 minus A1, you will get the second term. So we will get the second term when sum of two terms subtracted from one term. Similarly, S3 minus S2, sum of three terms minus sum of two terms. See, sum of three terms is A1 plus A2 plus A3, and sum of two term is A1 plus A2. If this is being subtracted, we left with only third term. Similarly, as four terms are the four terms and the sum of three terms is first three terms. If I subtract first three terms, I am left with the fourth term only. So in general, I can say that hence Sn minus Sn minus 1 will be the nth term. If sum of n terms minus Sn minus 1, I will get the nth term. Arithmetic progression. A progression A1, A2, A3 and so on is called the arithmetic progression if An plus 1 is equal to An plus D for all n belongs to n. Or in other words, you can say that arithmetic progression is if the difference of two consecutive terms is given by An plus 1 minus An is equal to D for all n belongs to n, where D is the common difference. General term of AP. Let A is the first term and D is the common difference. Then the arithmetic progression is given as A plus D, A plus 2D and so on, A plus n minus 1D. Then the nth term or the general term of AP is given by An is equal to A plus n minus 1D for all n belongs to n, where A is the first term and D is the common difference and n is the number of terms. The sum of first n terms of an AP. Sum of first n terms of AP. That means A plus first term plus second term plus third term and so on plus nth term. sum of these terms will be given as Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus last term, nth term, or you can say that sum is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d. If you add all this, sum will be n by 2 a plus l is the last term, or you can say an, or Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d. Find the 18th term of the AP. Sequence is 7, 10, 13 and so on. Here the first term is 7 and the common difference is second term minus first term, which is equal to 3. Number of terms we have to calculate, 18th term we have to calculate, and the nth term is given as a plus n minus 1d. Just substitute the value to calculate the 18th term. So a18 is equal to a first term is 7 plus 18 minus 1, 17 into common difference 3 is given as 51 plus 1, 58. So we can say hence 18th term is 58. 18th term is 58. How many terms are there in AP? AP is given to us, we have to calculate the number of terms, n we have to calculate. In this case, our first term is again, first term is minus 1. Common difference is second term minus first term, minus 5 by 6 plus 1, which is equal to 1 by 6. 1 by 6 is the common difference. Last term an is given as 10 by 3. We have to calculate the number of terms. We know that an is equal to a plus n minus 1t. Just substitute the value. 10 by 3 is equal to minus 1 plus n minus 1 into 1 by 6. Minus 1 comes this side, implies 10 by 3 plus 1 is equal to n by 6 minus 1 by 6. Take the LCM, 13 by 3. We have 13 by 3 plus 1 by 6 is equal to n by 6. This implies 27 by 6 is equal to n by 6. Hence we can say that n is equal to 27. So number of terms are 27 in that case. Denominator 6 is cancelled out or cross multiply, will get n as 27. If sum of n terms of an AP is given by Sn is equal to 3n square minus 2n, you have to find the 10th term. For this, S1 is equal to 3 1 square minus 2 into 1, which is equal to 1. And the first sum of one term is the first term itself. So S1 is equal to A is equal to 1. S2 second sum of two terms, 3 2 square minus 2 into 2. 4 3s are 12, 12 minus 4, 8. And the common difference is given as sum of two terms minus 2 times first term. So the common difference is D is equal to 8 minus 2 into 1, which is equal to 6. We know the first term, we know the common difference, we have to calculate the 10th term. So hence a 10th term is given as a plus 9d. That means 1 plus 9 into 6, which is equal to 55. So our hence 10th term is 55. 10th term of the AP is 55. The first and the last term of an AP is 1 and 11. If the sum of the terms is 36, find the number of terms. First of all, we write what information is given to us. First term is 1, last term an, or you can say L, last term is 11. Sum of n terms is 36. We have to calculate number of terms. We know that sum of n terms is equal to n by 2 a plus L. where L is the last term. Substitute the value in the formula. We get 36 is equal to n by 2, 1 plus 11. Cross multiply, 72 is equal to 12n. N is equal to 6. So number of terms is, we have to calculate the number of terms. So number of terms of the sequence is of AP is 6. Number of terms in AP is 6. In an AP, if 12th term is minus 13 and the sum of first 4 term is 24, what is the sum of first 10 terms? As 12th term is 13, A12 is equal to minus 13. 12th term is minus 13, which means that A plus 11D is equal to minus 13. Then sum of first 4 term is 24. That means S4 is equal to 24, which means S4 is 24, which means 24 is equal to 4 by 2, 2A plus n minus 1. N is 4, so 3D. That means 2A plus 3D is equal to 12. This is my second equation. I have to calculate sum of first 10 terms. 4 by 2 is 12. 24 divided by 2 is 12. We get 2A plus 3D is equal to 12. Now, by elimination method, we find A and D. So here we have 2A plus 3D is equal to 12. Multiply this equation by 2. 2A plus 22D is equal to minus 26. Subtract. Minus 19D is equal to 38. So common difference is minus 2. Common difference minus 2. Substitute the value of D in the first equation. We get A plus 11 minus 2 is equal to minus 13. That means minus 13 plus 22. So A is equal to 9. 22 minus 13, it is 9. Yeah, A is 9. The first term is 9. Now we know the first term, we know the common difference. We simply have to calculate the first sum of first 10 terms. So here we have the sum of first 10 term will be, as n is 10 by 2, 2A plus 9D. That comes out to be 5. A, I have already calculated 9 plus 9 minus 2. So 5, 18 minus 18, which is equal to 0. So sum of first 10 term is 0. Sum of first 10 term is 0. First, what we have information given to us, that we have to write, and from there we calculated we formed the equation, and on solving the equation we get the value of first term and the common difference, which we substitute in the sum to calculate the sum of first 10 terms, which comes out to be 0. In a sequence, the sum of first n terms often is Pn plus Qn square, where P and Q are the constant. We have to show that the sequence is in AP and then find the common difference. Let us start with say the sequence is in AP. Let the sequence in AP, then let the sequence is in AP. Then the sum of first n terms of an AP is Sn is equal to Pn plus Qn square. If n is equal to 1, we calculate the first term, which is equal to P plus Q. This is equal to first term. For n is equal to 2, sum of two terms will be 2P plus 4Q. And the common difference is given as sum of two terms minus 2 times sum of first term. So here we have D is equal to 2P plus 4Q minus 2 times first term. Here we have 2P plus 4Q minus 2P minus 2Q. That means the common difference is 2Q. We have calculated the common difference. Common difference we have to find. we just calculated as this is the common difference. Now we verify whether the sequence is in AP or not. For that, the sum of third term S3 is equal to, say, 3P plus 9Q. Now let us verify with this with the formula of sum of three terms. So we have S3 is equal to 3 by 2 plus 2A plus 3D. 2 times first A, n minus 1, n is my 3. So n minus 1, 2. Sorry, 2D we get. So we have 3 by 2. 2, A is my first term and the first term is P plus Q. I substitute the value as P plus Q plus 2 times common difference is 2Q. So I multiply it by 2Q. So I take 2 common, 3 by 2 into 2. I left with P plus Q plus 2Q. So 3 times P plus 3Q, multiply with it 3P plus 9Q, which is my third term. And here we can say that the third term is same. So hence we can say that, hence the sequence is in AP with common difference is equal to 2Q. With common difference 2Q. If A, B, C are the Pth, Qth and Rth term of an AP, then prove that A times Q minus R plus B times R minus P and plus C times P minus Q is equal to 0. First of all, we say let capital A be the first term and D is the common difference of an AP. A is the first term and D is the common difference of an AP. Then according to the problem, pth term is A, qth term is B and rth term is C is given to us. That means this implies pth term is A plus P minus 1D is equal to A plus Q minus 1D is equal to B and A plus C, R minus 1D is equal to C. This is my first equation, second equation and this is my third equation. Now subtract 2 from 3, 2 equation 2 minus 3, then 3 minus 1 and then 1 minus 2. So we get 2 minus 3, this will subtract, we will get Q minus RD is equal to B minus C. Fourth equation. Then 3 minus 1, that means R minus PD is equal to C minus A, my fifth equation. Then 1 minus 2, I will get P minus QD is equal to A minus B, my sixth equation. See, observe it carefully. When you subtract this, A will cancel out and being Q minus 1 and R minus 1 are the factors of D. So we can take, we subtract this, minus will cancel out, we left with Q minus R and so on we get the result. Now multiply equation number 4, 5, 6 by ABC. Multiply equation 4, 5, 6 by A, B, C respectively. So what should I get? If I multiply this, I will get A times Q minus RD is equal to AB minus AC. Then B times R minus PD is equal to BC minus AB. Then C times P minus QD is equal to AC minus BC. Adding all this, what should I get? adding this equation, AB minus AB cancel out, minus AC plus AC cancel out, BC minus BC cancel out. I left with my right hand side is 0. I have only left hand side. So I have A times Q minus RD plus B times R minus PD plus C times P minus QD equals to 0. Take D common from this. What should I get? A times Q minus R plus B times R minus P plus C times P minus Q equals to 0. When D divided by this, 0 divided by anything is 0. So I will left with A Q minus R plus B times R minus P plus C times P minus Q equals to 0. This is what I have to prove, that A Q minus R plus B R minus P plus C P minus Q equal to 0. Hence proved. Hence proved. If the sum of n terms of an AP is 3n square plus 5n and the mth term is 164, find the value of m. Sum of n terms is given to us as 3n square plus 5n. And we know that for nth term, Sn minus sum of n minus 1 terms, we will get the nth term. As mth term is given to us, also mth term is 164 is given to us. Then mth term will be sum of m terms, first m terms minus sum of first m minus 1 terms. So calculate for Sm. Sm is equal to sum of m term is, wherever there is n I put m, I will get n m square minus plus 5m. And for Sm minus 1, I will get 3 times m minus 1 whole square plus 5 times m minus 1. Now subtract to get the value. So 164, as mth term is 164, 164 is equal to 3m square plus 5m minus 3 times m minus 1 whole square, sorry, m minus 1 whole square plus 5m minus 1. On solving, 3m square plus 5m minus 3m square minus 2m plus 1 plus 5m minus 5. So here we get 3m square plus 5m minus 3m square minus 6m plus 3 plus 5m minus 5. Again, open the bracket, solve and open the bracket. I will get C minus 3m square minus 6m plus 5m is minus m, minus minus plus m. 3 minus 2, 3 minus 5 is minus 2. Minus 2 and minus this becomes plus 2. Here I will get 3m square minus 3m square will cancel out. Again 5m plus m is 6m plus 2 is equal to 164. This implies 6m is equal to 162 and m is equal to 27. We have to calculate the value of m. So the value of m is 27. The only thing is we have to keep in mind that the nth term will be the sum of n terms minus sum of n minus 1 terms. Similarly, we have taken as mth term is given to us. So mth term is also is equal to sum of first m terms minus sum of first m minus 1 terms. On substituting the value, we get the value of. In the ratio, the sum of m terms of an AP and the sum of n terms of AP is m square ratio n square. Show that the ratio of pth and the qth term is in the form of 2p minus 1 ratio 2q minus 1. Let us say, let first term of an AP is A and common difference is equal to D. Then sum of mth term will be given as, the ratio of some mth and nth term is given as m by 2 2a plus m minus 1d divided by n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d, which is equal to m square upon n square. This is given to us. So m cancel out, and n by 2 half and half also cancel out. I left with 2a plus m minus 1d upon 2a plus n minus 1d is equal to m by n. This is my first equation. Now pth and the qth term are in the ratio 2p minus 1 ratio 2q minus 1. This we have to prove. So according to this, pth term and qth term, the ratio of pth and the qth term will be a plus p minus 1d upon a plus q minus 1d. This equation, I multiply numerator and denominator by 2 to get 2a plus 2p minus 2d upon 2a plus 2q minus 2d. Equation 1, and this is my second equation, 1 and 2. If I compare 1 and 2, or I can replace 2p minus q by m minus 1, I will get the value of n. So here we get replace, I say replace 2p minus 2 by m minus 1 and 2q minus 2 by n minus 1. So here I get 2p minus 2 is equal to m minus 1. So 2p minus 1 is equal to m. This is my first equation. And 2q minus 2 is equal to n minus 1. 2q minus 1 is equal to n. This is my second equation. I get the value of m and n. Simply I replace the value of, I will put the value of m in this equation 1 and n in the equation number 1. We get the result. So I get here 2a plus, instead of m I will write 2p minus 1. So I get 2p minus 2d upon 2a plus 2q minus 2d, which is equal to, instead of m I am writing 2p minus 1, 2p minus 1 divided by 2q minus 1. And we know that this is equal to the pth and the qth term. This term is equal to the pth and the qth ratio. So I will get AP pth term ratio qth term is equal to 2p minus 1 upon 2q minus 1. Hence I can say that pth term and qth term is given in the ratio of 2p minus 1 ratio 2q minus 1. pth and the q term is given in the ratio 2p minus 1 and 2q minus 1. Find the numbers in AP whose sum is 21 and product is 315. Let the numbers be, let the numbers in AP are A minus D, A and A plus D. According to the problem, sum is given as 21. That means A minus D plus A plus A plus D is equal to 21. 3A is equal to 21. A is equal to 7. Product is 315. So A minus D into A plus D is equal to 315. As we know, A is 7. So I will get 7, A square minus D square, A minus D, A plus D, A square minus D square is equal to 315. So 7 times 49 minus D square is equal to 315. So 49 minus D square divided by 7, I will get 45. So D square is equal to 4, D is equal to plus minus 2. Common difference is plus minus 2. Now if D is 2 and A is 7, then the numbers will be, look at here, 5, 7 and 9. And if D is minus 2 and A is 7, then the numbers will be 9, 7, 5, or you can say hence numbers in AP are 5, 7, 9. If you take any way, you will get 5, 7, 9 only. The rotation is different, but you will get the numbers are 5, 7 and 9. I hope you understood this arithmetic progression and the sequence is much more understood by you. Please like and subscribe my video.